Worship. This is a reminder to me and so many others that God will minister to your heart and show you your progress. Pressure, pressure made me, and it made so many others who didn't fold it and kept it pushing. No matter the pressure in life, God always, always, always make a way out of no way. Regardless of people's opinions, keep pushing for greatness. Hey. Hey. How you doing? Please hit the like button. Everybody needs a woosah moment. Was back then. Uh-oh. Oh. God again. Hey. Even hey. Music speaks to my spirit. Turn that attitude around. I'm just grateful to be here today. When you get the chance, please look up Pressure Made Me and just listen to the words. I know everybody get fanned out when they hear music and they miss the message in the music. So when you listening to the words, you will feel it in your spirit. Hey, you hear that? Mm-hmm. Hey, happy moment. Watching God work in the midst of my mess. Hey. Let me share something with you. For the past 2 weeks, I felt like I was under, I didn't feel like it, I was under a spiritual attack. When you finally make up your mind and saying, I'm tired of doing things my way, I just need to be plugged into the right ministry. I'm talking about what I felt in the beginning. Just plug me up because I know time is short. I don't, my fear is, my fear was not being at least in my process when Jesus comes. And every day I wake up is another chance to get something right about Maritza. And I come out here boldly because I know I'm not the only one that is feeling in this manner. You want to change, you know the route that God wants you to go in your life. And it's like, God ordained us and the enemy knows. So any stumbling blocks that the enemy can bring our way, them roadblocks that the enemy tried to set up to make you feel like you're not worthy to be called. Many are called and few are chosen. And there's a lot that has gone with the Lord without even having that chance, didn't even have the opportunity to give God their yes. You know what I'm saying? And, just over the weeks, I just been consumed So many things that has transpired, that's transpiring, and this week was like my crying week. This is actually my Friday. I don't remember if I came on earlier this week, but now that I'm here, I'm like, wow, I'm going through all these emotions, feeling like I was slipping into a depression for whatever reason. And God just reminded me through music, pressure is going to make me, as long as I continue to stay steadfast and focus on my path, regardless what it looks like from Maritza right now. Again, I don't come out here and I say this all the time because I have to reiterate it because I don't think people get it. Life is short. This channel is not about Maritza, it's about God and what He is doing in my life and how He's changing my mind to the way from away from how I used to think, wanting change, like really desiring it and doing everything necessary in God to make it happen. So the enemy has the same duty to prevent us from getting there. With these thoughts of not feeling worthy. If God didn't think you was worthy for an assignment, He wouldn't bring you to it. That was a message that I received in my spirit. And I'm just thankful that even when I can't call on people to understand, that God always understands when I'm in that matter. He always reminds me, girl, you came a long way. You don't recognize your growth. You don't recognize how often you cussed. You recognize how many that's you're being traumatic of water or something else to your leader. It's bigger than that. It's support. It's being it's saying, yes, Lord, I will do what you asked me to do. I will preserve whomever comes my way, especially my leader, which is my bishop. You know, a woman of faith, a woman that just have a whole bunch of standards for herself and making sure that she goes to God for everything, not just a little bit, everything. So for her to make a decision and go and being willing to go to God with this request, and God says yes, man, that's big. And it was already foretold to me to be guarded up with my armor and pray without ceasing because the attacks are gonna come. And they was right. I'm looking for a spiritual fight. I mean, not a spiritual fight, excuse me. I was looking for the flesh when I should have been looking at it in the spirit. Mind, the idle mind. I started getting sad and started crying earlier and don't knowing why. I'm just in a I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. And before the enemy could switch it and make it sad, I got my happy tail up and went downstairs and started cleaning my kitchen. And I opened up my oven. I said, just like God is gutting me from the inside out, I need to go with what I'm saying. So I'm thinking like today. Hey young, hey young people. It's hard. It's hard. You have so many past thoughts to yourself. Like, how do I get past this? If I call myself a woman of God, I should know to always take a moment, an hour of your day and just sit here and encourage yourself and think and reflect on, sometimes reflecting back can help you look at what you become at this moment. Yeah, I don't cuss like I normally do. I still do. It does slip out, especially when I'm around my family. But for the most part, my heart is changing. Like my language is changing. I'm seeing more of a positive outlook for my life and my family's life. You know what I'm saying? And it gets hard out there. Really gets hard, especially when we were dealt with things that we know that we didn't deserve. You know what I'm saying? And living this life, remembering how people treated us. But it's okay. It's okay. I feel today Maritza is gonna pray for them people and still keep it pushing. It'll keep your mind sane. It'll keep you focused on what you need to stay focused on. You know what I'm saying? And able to give you a space where you could be open to encourage others, whomever. Hey Mika. So it gets hard. It's just life. I come on here. I try to be encouraging. But when I tell you I needed it all week and God was doing it, I got blessed. I got encouragement. I'm like, God, I don't deserve this, but I do. Because I pour out a lot into people and forget about Maritza all the time. I think of others and I used to hate that side of me because people used to always think, oh, she's a butt kiss. And I'm like, I'm really not. This is really me. Like I love on people for real until you push me to do otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Well, I walk away quick now. I don't feel like I don't have the energy to do any back and forth. Definitely, I don't care for you. And I'm praying for you, sister. I'll be praying for you, brother. But I ain't doing that no more. Mm-mm. I have grown in the last 5 years. God has been showing me through my sis in Christ. And I thought with love. If you're not connected, please connect to her. But just sending the right people in this season for me. And I'm grateful for my family tree, my family line, my spiritual line. You know, we gotta be very selective on who we engage with, who we entertain, because not all people that clap for you out. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Are they really? So I'm grateful that he is strengthening my discernment on certain things, and when I feel things, to pay attention, movement, because actions speaks louder than words. And a sister, be real. Don't show back with me. Only have some with each other. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out here to fight. I don't even look at channels like I used to, and I don't care to look at it. I pray that one day they'll see the light and they start using their channel in a better way instead of dogging each other out. I ain't for it. Now I can have a strong dislike, and I may say a few things. I may have said a few things about people on this internet, but I promise you, each time that I apply that in the atmosphere, God convicted me. Felt real bad. Like Maritza, you really gotta change. Like you can't keep rolling in life thinking you supposed to remain the same. You speak in this positivity, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? Thinking. But since then, It's 2025, being old and being like, okay, I'm done, God. I'm fully submitting. Now, what I was requesting from Him was to send me a relatable church somewhere where I could be fed and not feel like I'm not supposed to be a part of the church. And He did exactly what I asked. And ain't no church perfect. We all equally, like I said, we come with things. We experience things. You know what I'm saying? And some of us are far into their healing, and some is still trying to find their way on forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? So why be around people with a spirit of unforgiveness? I'm not gonna be that person. I disagree on some things on this internet, but if you come to me and my spirit tells me to encourage outside of YouTube, I'm gonna try my best to find your page on TikTok or Facebook to put it in your message. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, dang, I encourage them, but then afraid, you know, they not afraid, but I don't want to be hurt that my words go in vain, because I truly want the best for people. I don't want you to be sad, but at the time when you absorbing all these spirits, when you're encouraging, sometimes you got to take a moment, like I do every morning. Commune with my sister in Christ in the morning, or I'm on the blind, or I'm in here playing music, that positive, uplifting worship, and pretty much the gospel music, the Christian music. Definitely, every music has a message. It definitely does. Either you've been through it, or you're going through it, or you're just thankful that you got through it. But anyway, I said I was gonna be consistent. I know I haven't been staying on long. I have been in my house. God says, clean your house inside out. Not just only in the word of me, but I'm starting to sprinkling. Well, I've been starting doing little things like today. It's like, I'm not. Devil, you was a liar. I'm not gonna be in here sad and reminiscing and wishing I didn't go through something. The pressure that would put on me is making me to the woman that I'm becoming in God. And I ain't apologizing for it. I used to be ashamed to admit that. Do you know that Peter denied Jesus 3 times? Yes, he did. I've been researching. I've been doing a little homework because I ain't perfect and I don't know the Bible. I don't know the disciples and what part they played in Jesus' life. I'm in the stage of wanting to know. You know what I'm saying? And being I'm the nurse now, it's like I'm looking at the cigarettes. And I could be honest here because this is a safe zone to where you can come and love God, and in your transition of doing right in His eyes, but also being honest, being taking accountability for the things that we do, and we still do. But the blessing behind all that is when you start getting convicted and feeling bad. I promise you, I'm going through it right now. It's a matter of time where He's gonna take it away from me. And I'm like, God, like I'm still doing this. Like it's a habit. Right now I'm feeling like it's more of a habit than an urge. So the more I stay busy, the more I stay connected with other like-minded people, um, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better for all of us. Maybe not in this life, but if we could prepare ourselves for the afterlife, that's what I'm aiming. And I'm not afraid to admit it, and I ain't apologizing for it. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, but I'm bold. I'm strong. I don't take no mess. It took me a long time for God to get my yes, because I don't like to be told what to do. That's because I was looking at it in the flesh. But now that I'm in the spirit, I look at things like, if, like I told my bishop, even if you would have went to God, God, I like this new person that's in the ministry that is on me. Is she good to clean that bathroom? Because you got anything that God puts on us, as because we are the church and we collectively have to pitch in. Yes, yes, for God. This is for God, not for man. If she would have appointed me, let me tell you, that bathroom would have been the cleanest bathroom that even the church after will see. They won't even have to clean up in the morning. It will be in place. And I'm gonna do it, do it with happiness and gratefulness to do it. So she seen that in me. Um, and God said yes. So let the attacks continue, and let God continue to give me the strength to not to respond, to still remain humble and still remain smiling and being my authentic self. Those who personally know me knows I love to freaking talk. I am a chatterbox. I do admit it. I have so much to say. I talk like I'm living my last days. You hear me? But I know how to be quiet now. I know how to listen a little bit more. I ain't A+ it yet, but I'm getting there. So I'm happy. I'm happy of my progress. Even if Jesus was to come and get us at this moment, regardless if I'm taken or not, I would still, my heart will feel. Well, first of all, I ain't looking to be left behind. So I will be with God. I will be happy that I've been started my process, because we're not perfect. God is not, of course, he's not coming for a perfect church, because none of us is perfect. But he definitely coming for a church that doesn't have a spot or a wrinkle in them. Not the stuff that we doing, because we working on it. I'm speaking to myself and looking at myself at the same time. I'm not stressing no more. I'm not beating myself up no more. I'm allowing God to do what he does. And when he decides to remove it, he's just gonna do something real beneficial. Like getting my teeth done. And I think I'm gonna aim it for real soon. I'm in the midst of looking for dentist, a good dentist that is affordable, and let's see what my insurance take care of. I want to treat my gums, so that's gonna make me want to stop smoking cigarettes and smoking the herb. You know what I'm saying? And I can't do gummies because I can't. It just doesn't do good in my system, and I don't want to put any more mess in my system to start confusing my organs and stuff. You know. But anyway, yes, let me just pop on. Um, I was on the prayer line, and, just thinking, I'm like, Dag, why do I always feel like this? Why do I feel like I'm being too grateful, just happy, just always complimented, and people's always taking it as if I need some sort of affection from others. This is sometimes it be my spirit, like just tell them. You never know when a person is going through something or thinking like, damn, am I really doing it, God? Am I improving? And then after Woodworth, somebody texts you or call you and say, I'm so proud of you. You're doing real good. Real good. I see your growth. You know how that would lift your spirit to keep you pushing. That's what God is. That's what God is. So don't beat yourself up. Continue. continue to evolve in Him. Continue to give Him thanks for everything, because you know what? We could complain a little bit, but we really can't complain. If you got a roof over your head and a few packs of meat in your refrigerator, and you able to see without opening your shades and putting on the light and feeling this good old central air, because it's gonna be 90 degrees today. In fact, it is. It's 80 now. By the time I leave out of here, it's gonna be 90. It's gonna be it's gonna be senior citizen moments out there, and I don't need the heat. I'm being funny, but I'm serious. Anyway, I just want to come a little encouragement. Don't let nobody dim your light. If God appointed you to do something and you feeling like, why am I being blessed? Yeah, just it's about time that we be blessed and we be placed in the area in our lives that suits God. So if you're excelling, if you're getting blessings after blessings, ideas is coming to fruition. That's how you say fruition, coming to light. You're manifesting that. You already spoke it into the atmosphere, and that's what God wants. Let's continue to speak life into our life. Let's continue to be grateful for the people that we do have in our life that loves us. Let's just continue to be intentional in this season on loving on you and loving on those who love on you. Okay, so I hope you have a blessed weekend. I am gonna start my joining forces with another sister in the church. She goes to the women's shelter. I don't do absolutely nothing, and my Saturdays is consist of babysitting and being in my bathroom smoking weed and smoking cigarettes. Look, I'm just being honest. And if I'm gonna help God to deliver this for me, because I have to apply footsteps, I have to continue to stay plugged in, because I know when I'm around my sister, I don't get the urge. So that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying my part, although I'm super honest on my flaws, because I ain't got a heaven and hell to put nobody else, and no one has a heaven and hell to put me in. If anyone has a heaven and hell to put me in, is God. But I'm here, I'm corrected, I'm still pushing despite of. I'm still allowing God to use me in my filth, because He is cleaning me up from the inside out. I feel it. So this is the reason why I'm being attacked extra hard. But I just thank God that He never leaves me nor forsake me, and He allows me to go through it so that I can get a message to be mindful of these things. If I don't want to be in this area, then correct this area. You feel what I'm saying? Just keep pushing, no matter what. I've been had issues with people say, "Oh, you in church, you now you want to start casting demons out." No, I just know the fire that God put back in my heart to love, to forgive, like wholeheartedly forgive. Let me just say one more thing. Do you think in my past that I ever would see myself forgiving the men that were supposed to protect me? No, I never seen it. I hated one, and still love, kind of gave love to the other, because they were my own. They were immediate family, if you get what I'm saying. And ever since I moved to Charlotte, he started to show me. I've been listening to you, daughter. I've just been waiting for your yes. What took you so long, Maritza? When God says go to Charlotte, I'm going to give you a feeling. I'm going to show you wonders. And no matter how much you tell that story, no matter how much I tell that story, I can't bring him to what I saw, what he showed me in front of that hotel. That feeling that I received when I came down here. that this was the place that God needed me in this season. And I didn't know I was gonna start healing and start forgiving people. I ain't never think I'd forgive that bastard. He's still a bastard. I still don't like what he's done to me and to others. But I survived it. I'm able to talk about it. I'm able to look at myself and say, "You're a little messed up, but you okay, Maritza. You, 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 you're gonna testify one day, like my bishop said. There's gonna be one day I'm gonna testify. I believe that. I didn't want to tell her because I be all nervous and stuff. She makes me nervous in a good way. So I'm grateful that God is just doing wonders, not only just with me, but Sister Love, which is Let's Talk with Love, Tamika, Young in the UK, my UK nephew, and so many of us that we are connected. I don't look for a crowd. I've never been a crowd keeper. Just one loyal person to come in and say, "Hey, boo, I can't stay. But I done hit that good old like button. Let me get you an algorithm. You've been working hard, sister. I've been trying. And I'm not perfect. I struggle too. So I love y'all. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself more grace. Because if you could think back and say, damn, how did I get through that? You're getting somewhere. You're making progress. Okay? So be blessed. I love y'all. For real, for real. Ain't no play over here. I don't throw love out there just like that. If I say I love you, I love you. Especially in God. Okay, so be blessed. Have a great weekend. Make today count. Always pay it forward, whether it's encouragement like I'm doing now, whether it's to sow a seed and give a homeless person, a person that's in need of some water, or even buying them something to eat. If you don't want to give the money, you see them and they have these signs that said anything will do. They don't always look at money. They be hungry out there. I be feeling bad. I'm over here eating snack stuff that I'm not supposed to be eating. And these people need a sandwich. So think about it. You'll be blessed and you won't regret it. It'll make you feel like you're living on purpose for real to help others. So make it intentional and just be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Have a blessed